Having a steady release schedule during the Christmas break is as easy as changing the nappies of your toddler blindfolded. Yeah, there was a lot of things I just couldn't account for, such as also redundancy at my previous employment, and I kind of used this time to self-realize and maybe set ourselves up for next couple of months, so there will be always some food on the table. However, with that apart, I wanted to use this opportunity to apologize for that giveaway which I haven't announced, and I will do that in this video, specifically at the end of this video. So if you do not want to watch, just jump at the end where I'm announcing the winner of the Nomad with the LTI. Now guys, about this video, today we're gonna be talking about changes in a 3.12 and how to get quickly from 0 to hero in less than 30 minutes. Now guys, without further ado, let's get into it. So once you will be on your character screen or in your menu, we're gonna create our character. It's really up to you what you're gonna choose, whether a lady or a guy. And once you set yourself up, we'll jump directly in a system. So we're gonna be jumping in a Stanton system, and I want you to choose Hurston. The reason why is that first of all, we're gonna be doing a couple of mercenary missions, and once we'll be ready, we will rent ourselves ROC and we will be up for mining. I highly suggest not to start on R-Corp, and I haven't been there for such a long time, and the same for the Microtech. I think the Hurston is kind of best from both because there's a lot of illegal activities you might be liking of doing in the future. Now, once you'll set yourself up, the first thing we need to do will be heading towards the spaceport. Once we will do that, we will spawn ourselves our ship. In your case, it might be Aurora, Mustang, or any kind of starter ship you might have. Once you get into your ship, the first thing I want you to do, apart from hailing the station in order to open the hangar doors, will be probably to pick up some missions. We're gonna be looking for call to arms in a type of mercenary, and we're gonna be also picking ourselves a mission for halt illegal surveillance, if that mission is available. If not, just don't worry about it yet, just make your way out of this hangar and fly towards the sky. We need to be in about 10,000 meters above the ground surface in order to spool our quantum drive. Our first stop will be Everest Harbor. Everest Harbor is the closest location, the closest spaceport from Hurston. If you can't see that on the sky because it's day, just open your mobiglass by pressing F2, which will just get you in the star map directly. Zoom a little bit out and look for Lorwell. It will be a little bit distinct on a map, so you'll be able to find out where the Lorwell is. And if you will zoom a little bit above, you will see the space station. Click that, it should be Everest Harbor, and it will locate that or mark that place on your HUD. So, and just try to point the ship that direction, spool your quantum drive by pressing B, and once the quantum drive is ready, hold B to spool into that location. The ship will perform a jump, and once you will be in close proximity, just keep cruising until you will see the message, call ATC for land. This message will appear, that means that you will be able to hail the station. You can do that whether from your ship if you have this option ready, it's in a comms, or you can just open your comms by pressing F11 and call Everest Harbor. You will always need to hail the stations in order just to get a landing permission, but what it also does is to set your spawn point, which means that if you will die, you don't have to spawn all the way back to Hurston, suffer all these low FPS and also that long travel times to the spaceport. So when you spawn in Everest Harbor, it's gonna save you a lot of time in the long run, just because you will always wake up in the Easy Hub, which is really in close proximity to the place where you can spawn your ship. Now, with that being done, the next thing we need to do is to grab ourselves a mission. So I highly suggest to open your mobiGlas again by pressing F1, go to the contract manager, and under the tab mercenary, you should be able to see 1 or 2 or even more missions reading halt legal surveillance. Once you will accept one or all of these missions, pay close attention to their payment, and you will definitely notice that the payment changed if you played previous versions of the Star Citizen. And now these missions, which previously paid in about 4,500 UEC, pay 20,000 UEC, and that's a big jump for a really short mission. This missions also has been changed, so you're not gonna encounter as many enemies as you normally would. It is a really quick way to make up money. However, if you're flying something like Aurora, there will still be enemies at the end, but we're gonna be talking about in a second. Once you accept the mission, it will be automatically tracking it, unless you take the call to arms first and you forget to untrack it. Once you have the tracking ready, you need to open your mobiGlas on a star map, zoom a little bit out because it's gonna be in your system, the planetary system, and look for the marker. It's gonna be on one of these moons of Hurston. Once you'll set your route, just navigate yourself towards the markers until you will jump to the destination. When you'll be close to proximity from that comm array, the only thing you will need to start doing is to start scanning. Now, if you do not know how to utilize or turn on your scanner, you will actually need it later on as well. Just press tab. With Aurora and Mustang, it might take a little while before you get that target down, so just make sure that you take your time, even stay, because there will be no enemies around. Once you will destroy one of these targets, rinse and repeat until you will destroy all these 3 monitors. You might notice that at the end, after killing that last 3rd monitor, or maybe sometimes even during after killing that 2nd one, you will or might see more signatures in your radar. That might be enemies which are going after you. Just chill out, it's okay. In little ships it might be a little bit dramatic, but you can still fly around, and your primary goal is to destroy these monitors. So just avoid these ships, try to survive, and make sure that you destroy the monitors first, because when you will destroy the last 3rd monitor, what will happen is that you're gonna get rewarded with the 20,000 UEC, and after that it really doesn't matter if they survive or not. We're gonna be needing to do this mission a couple of times in order just to rent ourselves a Cutlass Black and Grey Cut ROC. Cutlass Black gonna cost you in about 27,000 UEC a day, but I highly suggest to start with this ship. Now, once you will have your Cutlass, or you can even do that with the Avenger Titan if you will, that costs you in about 17,000 UEC a day, and that will also make these missions extremely easy to follow. Also, if you do have a better starter ship such as Avenger Titan, Nomad, and so on, these missions are definitely the way to go, because you will be able to destroy all these monitors easily and very quickly, also with the upcoming enemies. Now, once it's all done, I highly suggest to rinse and repeat until you will get yourself in about 100,000. That's kind of set yourself up for anything you might be able to do, because there are a lot of things in a 3.12 you might like to do. I highly suggest to start with the ROC mining. Its pace is still pretty cool, pretty well, and it is not as difficult. So only thing you need to do is to go to Everest Harbor once you will have enough money, go to these cargo decks, and you will be looking for these travel terminals. Once you will get to the terminal, that's the place where you will be able to rent your ship, so you do not have to travel all the way down to Hurston in order just to do that, and suffering these low FPS again, and possible 30k, and then all these crazy travel times. So I highly suggest to avoid these major landing zones such as Hurston, Area 18, or even the New Babbage, because these travel times and FPS are just dreadful, even on a high-end PCs. Now, once you get that done, you'll probably notice that there is no ROC, but they are available on these new locations, or rest stops if you will. The closest one will be around Hurston, HUR-L1 and HUR-L2. They are in a close proximity as well, so you may just jump in there easy. Once you will get there, land and go to the refinery decks. There will be the same terminal or similar terminal, with the only difference that there might be a different ships for rent. One of these will be actually Grey Cat ROC. It's gonna cost you in about 3000 UEC a day, and for that day you might be able to make a lot of money in return. I was able to make in about 220,000 per hour, so if you're gonna have, let's say, 8-hour crazy grinding day of mining, then you might be definitely able to do more than a mil. Now, what you can do with a mill, there's a lot of things. So first of all, you can buy yourself your own ROC, which is gonna cost you in about 172,000. The great news about that is that the ROC gonna stay as the universe is persistent, and even though that there will be a new patch into the game, the things you already purchased will stay on your account. So that's what you're aiming for. You're aiming for buying things, not just renting them. Once you buy them, you are also able to change the equipment on them. So if you will buy a cutlass, you'll be able to change the shields, weapons, and so on. You know, the list is just endless. So the cutlass will be our next step. If you will get to the stage where you will be able to buy one, which is gonna cost you in about 1.5 million UEC. Once you get that cutlass, there is not many things you need to upgrade just out of the bat, because you will still need to make some money back. Whether you can still keep going and grinding these missions, which I highly suggest to do because they are kind of easy, relaxing, and also funny. You can also do a little bit of illegal trading. There is a place on Crusader, it's called Jumptown, where you can buy a couple of illegal substances which you will be able to buy and sell with a nice profit. That increases the amounts of drugs you can sell, and I'm gonna be talking about these in an upcoming video. However, for now, that's pretty much it. I highly suggest to keep up with these missions. If you do not know about ROC mining and how to perform mining in general, I highly suggest to watch my previous video. I'm adding the link down below. Also, guys, if you like that video and you think that I made a great job, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it helps me and channel grow. If you think that I did a great job, also consider hitting that like button. Also, guys, thank you so much for watching if you made it all the way here, and now there's a time for that giveaway. Alright, now guys, without further ado, the winner of the December giveaway has been Big Boss. I announced the winner already on my previous stream on a Friday. If you missed that, then you got it here right now in this video. Guys, big thanks to all my patrons. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So big thanks to Oggy, Obliteran, Dark Matter, and Liber2. Guys, thank you so much for your support, and again, a big apology for the delay with this video. Everything changed in my life, and it's definitely take its tolls on my productivity with the video and so on. I think it's just because all of a sudden all my kind of habits where I had a time in a specific time of the day for the videos and editing kind of changed all of a sudden, and I just need to readjust. So hopefully from now on the video is gonna be coming more regularly. I'm gonna be communicating with you through my Discord channel and also on YouTube and my social media. So definitely make sure that you give me a follow in there, at least so you can stay up to date with what's going on. Guys, big thanks. I'm another citizen, and I will catch you with another video.